Hello, so last week I taught you in lesson 1 about the prefix anti, counter, and contra, and ant, which means against. This week, the quick takeaway is sort of opposite of what I taught you last week, which are the prefix SYM, SYM, SYN, SYN, and CON, 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 and CO, which mean together, same, or collective. Okay? So the key words that I want to teach you today is sympathy. I believe most of you here watching my channel know the word meaning of sympathy. You feel sympathetic about someone when some misfortune or mishap happens to that person. You feel sorry, pity, sorrow. That feeling of feeling sorry towards someone, mishap or misfortune, is sympathy. So last week I taught you antipathy. Antipathy means against, the feeling against. It means something different, hatred. The opposite of hatred or antipathy doesn't become sympathy. Okay? This one I want you to be careful of. If you remember same feeling or together feeling, it may sound like it means differently. You know what I mean? Sympathy, you may imagine that it means something like you feel the same towards someone's opinion. But that's not the fact. Sympathy means feeling sorry or the feeling that you feel sorry or pity together with someone or for someone. Empathy is more towards feeling the same towards someone's opinion. So this one can be confusing, but try not to get confused. The second word with SYM or SYN is synonym. Last week I taught you antonym. Onym means word, and SYN means same. So antonym, I taught you, means the word opposite of one and another. So good and bad, or good and evil, can be antonyms. Today, it's the opposite. Synonym is some word that has the same meaning. Something like small and little can be considered synonym. Right? So all these words mean together, same, similar. Although there may be irregular cases, basically SYM, SYM, SYN, SYN, mean something like together, same, similar. Okay? Some other words I indicated here, like symphony. I'm sure you all have a mobile phone, cell phone. But phone doesn't mean just talking to or calling. It means, phony means sound. Sound. So symphony, for instance, is like an orchestra where the people who play the instruments make a similar sound. Symphony. Okay? Now we are having the Beijing Olympics in China, right? You may be even interested in watching synchronized swimming. Synchronized, this SYN also comes from this Greek Greek prefix. Okay? Together, you know, when you watch synchronized swimming, everyone moves the same way, the same time. Okay? Same. Everyone moves together, same. So synchronized means same time, same way. Okay? Synthetic. Also, some synthetic product can be a blend of something combined together. Okay? Symbiosis is biosis, as you may know, biology. It relates to biology, so is the study of living organisms because it has bio. If it shows biosis, it means like an environment of these living organisms. So symbiosis is an environment where these living organisms live together. Okay? Synergistic means the effect that comes together with something that you do. Okay? Synergistic effect. Okay? So today, first one is SYM and SYN, Greek prefix meaning together, same or similar. Okay? So let me move to the next slide. When you learn math, there are words like symmetrical or congruent triangles. These also come from the same concept, same vocabulary prefix. Symmetrical means like this triangle with an axis here, made of exactly similar parts facing each other around an axis. Okay? So SYM, as I mentioned just now, means same or similar. This triangle is similar with this triangle. Okay? But it's flip-flopped with this axis only. Okay? So these triangles are symmetrical to each other. Okay? Congruent. I came up with this word because the next slide will be regarding con or com or co, which means also together. This one, SYM, is Greek. Con is Latin. Okay? So, congruent. If you see triangle ABC and triangle DEF, I'm not a good artist, so sorry to say, but they are practically same. Okay? You say these triangle ABC and DEF is congruent. Okay? Identical in form. That's one meaning. Second meaning is in agreement or harmony. Okay? So congruent means con, also means same. Okay? So next slide. Now to the Latin part. So con, co, or co, all means together or same or with. Okay? Or collect means gather together. Okay? So some keywords here, like compassion, I want you to remember, comprehend, and a lot more words with the prefix con, ko. A lot more. So you can look up in the dictionary. There are a lot that you may want to learn with this prefix. But most of them, except for the irregular ones, means together or same or with. Okay? So the first one I want you to remember is compassion. Okay? It means very similar to the word I taught you just now, sympathy. Okay? Passion, as you may know, is the feeling. Calm is together. So together feeling. So it means very similar to sympathetic, like pity and concern for someone else's suffering or mishap, misfortune. Okay? But what's the difference? Sympathetic or sympathy, you only use for, most of the times, you only use for someone else's, you only use when you feel pity towards someone else's suffering. Okay? But compassion can mean like caring and loving, like caring and loving person, compassionate person. Okay? So that's a little difference between these two words, but they can mean the same. Okay? Other than that, so if anyone happened to see a negative or ill comment on my YouTube channel, please feel compassionate or sympathetic, and or if there are questions that you can follow up. I believe Westerns can know more than me through English vocabulary. So if you can comment, feel sympathetic and comment on some of these possible negative or ill comments. Okay? So other than that, consent, you agree with something. Okay? So con. Okay? Comprehend. Together, prehend means grasp. So you grasp together something like mentally. You comprehend, you understand. I'm sure you all do a lot of reading comprehension. That's the same. You understand, you grasp together the reading parts together throughout your reading. Okay? Coincidence, concurrence of events at the same time. Okay? Same time. Incident is something that happens. Normally, I think it's not too good in a sense. Something that occurs not too positively, but negatively. Okay? But anyways, it's something that event or some happening that occurs. So coincident is something that happens the same time. Okay? Same time. I remember learning the word simultaneous. I will teach you that in the future slides, simultaneous. But simultaneous means at the same time. Okay? So coincidence is some occurrence that happens at the same time. Okay? Other than that, conspiracy. Conspiracy is where some group of people or some people plot a secret plan to do something together. Normally, together. Normally, it's something very negative. Right? You conspire to do something. Yeah. So all these words are related to con, ko, which means together, same, with. Here I put some words that start with con. Okay? These are also should mean together, but this is this word a little irregular. Why? Because serve means more like protect or keep, and I don't see this necessarily con together, but I'm teaching you an easy way to just remember this word. So conserve, it means like to protect, to keep. You conserve energy, you conserve oil, food. You keep the things, daily necessities, you conserve as much as possible and do not waste. Okay? So serve means protect, keep. And if you combine with today's concept of con, meaning together, you can think of conserve as keeping together or protecting together. Okay? Here, conservative. I'm not sure if you know, but this guy here, Mike the Pillow, he's called. He's a CEO who sold pillows, a rich man. Hopefully, if you're watching, please subscribe. But anyways, he became famous during the US election because he was one of the conservatives. Conservative, what does it mean? It means, so serve, conserve means protect or keep. So conservative person is someone who is trying to keep or protect the traditional values or ideas, beliefs that they want to maintain. I'm not conservative. I'm not Republican, I'm not American in the first place. So I don't want to comment too much. But I do also have conservative views of some things that are trying to change or that are I sometimes do not have too much of a liberal view, but maybe 20%, 25%. I feel that we all need to preserve and maintain, keep some of the values that our ancestors kept. So you can say probably I'm 20-25% conservative. Next slide. Okay, so I was teaching con, ko, and ko. Okay. So all these words, other words, quite important ones, not too important ones, but all these words have the same prefix with ko. Okay? First one on this slide, community, or community, group of people living in same common place, okay? Community, so it's same, okay? Collaborate, COL, work together. You collaborate to do something together. Okay? Conform, agree with, or harmony, agree with, conform to something. Cohere, stick together, cohere. Has another meaning, understandable, but maybe you can remember later. Compile, collect and assemble. I mentioned call, COL, or COM can mean collect. Okay? Collect, gather, but it also means, collect also means gather together, right? So collect and assemble into a list, compile. It can be made into a noun, compilation. Okay, so other words with connect, collect, concentrate, comprise, cooperate, cohabit, convene, accompany, companion, constitute, compromise, commensurate, etc. Okay? So these are all the words that I took out that may show up on your exam, or the ones that I feel are quite important. But there may be some others, so you may want to look into your dictionary or browse through your computer if you don't understand the meaning of the word. Okay? But some words I want to reiterate is focus on here is words like commensurate, okay? Words like constitute, words like compromise. I believe words like companion or accompany may not be too frequently asked on the exam because everyone probably knows or even concentrate. So back to the ones that I feel important other than collaborate, conform, cohere. Commensurate, the bottom one. Okay. So same standard, standard meaning same quantity or degree. For instance, books in a room. In my room, actually quite a lot of books. We can say books in my room commensurate to the number of books in the library. Right? That's how you use commensurate. So commensurate, the it means same. Okay? Next word, constitute. Together. Stitute is make up or build. So make up or build together. Constitute, something that is made up together. Okay? Constituted from, like the parts that are constituted from. Constitution is also comes from this word. Okay? Other words, the final two words, compromise. Compromise means you come, it doesn't really mean same, but when you compromise, you see this word com and promise. Right? Com is together. Promise is like a promise, like an agreement. So you come into an agreement, you compromise between opposing opinions, and you come to a certain agreement. That's why you use the com for compromise. Okay? The final word today, this one I put here lastly because I didn't want you to be confused too much with collaborate. Okay? Corroborate. Okay? It sounds the same, it's spelled the same, similar, so I don't want you to get confused on the exam. But collaborate means working together. Corroborate means to confirm. Okay? So, yes, final word from me for today's lesson, quick takeaway. So, last week I taught you anti, ant, counter, contra means against. Today, the quick takeaway, SYM, SYN, com, con, co, or co means together, same. Okay? So, yes, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed my lesson 2. I will keep on updating you with prefixes and suffixes, roots, and hope the best for your learning. And that's it for my lesson 2. Please stay safe.